everybody? This is Mr. K. Welcome back to KawaKouple. Boys and girls, today I am out. I'm still doing some tweaks on the setup in the helmet, because you know there's still stuff to do. So yeah. I'm still doing some tweaks. I just making some slight little camera angle changes, and you know, the speaker. Wait, no, microphone. That's what I'm talking about. So yeah, I gotta do that. I'm working on it. I'm making a little tweaks here and there, so I keep going out for little rides just to kind of, you know, get it working just right for you guys. And so yeah, you guys saw the last video with mrs.k, so you guys saw the new vlog. You guys are getting quite a few videos back to back now, so that's kind of cool, and that's I'm pretty happy about it. Now basically I'm just heading out, and I'm going to be going to a few places. I'm testing a few different things on the camera, because I've changed some of the settings on it, and you know, it's called that YouTube life. You know, you gotta mess around with cameras, you gotta mess around with microphones, you gotta mess around with all those fun things. Meantime, today I decided to talk to you guys about, you know, exactly this, gear. Well, the Motovlogger's gear consists of us cameras, and what that basically means is you have to tweak everything. And you have to kind of get it all to line up, make sure the color corrections are right, and blah blah blah. This way it saves you a lot more headache. Well, you're not going to have that much headache if you do everything right, because during editing especially. So yeah, now I'm working on this stuff. Ooh, get some air. And of course, one of the other things about motovloggers especially is you gotta worry about microphone, you gotta worry about sound quality. Now, as you guys can tell, once I open my visor, it's a whole different type of sound. One way it sounds muffled, the other way it sounds more clear, and so forth and so on. And that's obviously got to do with, you know, once you close up the visor, well, you're pretty much in a bubble. Now, is there a way to compensate for it? Not that I have found. And I don't know if it even really bothers me that much, to be honest with you guys. So right now it's just working on trying to figure out what makes more sense, what, you know, what's gonna work and what won't. Now, when it comes to motovlogging, especially over the last year, I figured out a few things, you know, through tweaking, through working things out, trying to get things working. You know, you end up making a lot of mistakes, and each one of those mistakes is a learning curve. So right now what I figured out is how to start adjusting my sound and the microphone especially. Now the problem is the microphone. If you change your helmet, your microphone is going to be pretty much whatever setup you had is going to be down the drain, because each helmet, unless you're getting the exact same helmet that you had before, it's not going to be the same thing. So there's going to be a lot of little tweaking you'll have to do. Like, there are some cases where I've moved the microphone like over, like not even like an eighth of an inch, and it made a massive difference, right? So honestly, you know, it all comes down to all these little tweaks to understand what you're doing, right? Now the funny part, guys, is having the cameras and having the microphone and having all that stuff is kind of just the secondary, if you will. Like, I find that when it comes to motovloggers, your positioning of your cameras is just as important as the quality of your cameras. So the positioning, in my case, I have obviously the GoPro right there, and I have the Cine 10C right here. I'm not a big fan of chin mounts, hence why I don't use GoPros for the front. It is so windy, and this helmet is doing such a great job right now. Once you get your camera angles going, one thing you'll notice is, well, you're gonna start being either happy or sad. And the reason I say happy or sad is because I found that when, you know, I like this position of the Cine 10C, but the GoPro I wasn't 100% sure. So initially I started moving around. Ooh. I started moving around a little bit this way, a little bit that way, and of course when you have adhesive and you put it on and you gotta clean the adhesive off, and you know, motovlogger problems. And yeah, but that's basically it. Like there's a lot to do, there's a lot of little things you gotta think about, and as long as you take care of all those tiny little things, it kind of eventually works itself out. Now, as I told you guys before, I would love to get the Sina 10C Evo, which I believe is not even coming out till October or November. So the Evo will carry a wonderful 1080p at 60 frames per second, which I cannot truly wait for that, because the 10C Evo, the current one we have, only does 30 frames per second. So the new 10C Evo will do, well, guess what?
60 frames per second.
So yeah, I can't wait for that. So on the same note, I decided that for this helmet, I am not gonna go and change out the visor. I'm not gonna go into a dark tinted visor. And honestly, I'll give you guys two reasons why. One, because I like to ride throughout days and nights. And you know, if you're riding nights, there's obviously a tinted visor is not advised. This helmet does have a fold down tinted visor, see? So that's kind of cool, you know. I mean, that still works. It still works when I'm riding into the sun or whatever, but you know, especially at night, I don't have to worry about changing my visor because, well, I have a clear visor all the time. And you know, guys, it's one of those things, like, look wise, I love the dark tint, you know. I really do. I love the way that looks. I love the you know, it looks really, really good. Unfortunately, that look is not, you know, very functional. So am I gonna, you know, maybe buy a the tinted visor? I don't think so. Maybe, I don't know. There is also the option to go with, I believe Shoei has the transition visors, but again, I don't know if I want to go down that path. I will see that later on in the future. So guys, basically that's what it's all about. I'll figure all that stuff out later. Ooh, I see a motorcycle. I see a motorcycle. Nice. So I'm gonna figure out all the visor stuff later on. Right now I'm not too worried about it. Right now all I'm worried about is just having fun and working on the number of projects I have I'm setting up for you guys. Some fun stuff. Anyway guys, that is all I got for you guys today. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Till next time, goodbye. See ya.